We're live. You got both mics muted or unmuted?
No, it's one input.
Oh, you got them together. Jeez, fancy. Oh, so what's that news we got at 11? That's
I've got it pulled up. Oh, there's no news at 11. This is at 1:15.
oh 1:15.
Yes.
That was like
But it's
11:15.
orange. It's not a big one.
So what I should have this pulled up, hey, somewhere. Just like I can have the chat pulled up on my phone if you want. Then you don't have to have a whole chunk of your screen taken up.
Um,
Yep. Got to go through the economic data.
I've got it pulled up. I was going to talk about it. What are you talking about?
Whoa. Don't want some echoing. There we go. Chat. It's not gonna work.
You know, I've got the chat pulled up.
Where are you at? Oh, over there. Yeah. All right. Okay, we just SMT'd that high. Pre-market. Can't switch time frames though, because top step's lagging. Is your lagging now too?
All right. Sorry, I was just getting things set up. We had an 8:30 news driver, but for a red folder, it's a pretty small impact. 7.5 points.
That is
you can't even notice that on the charts. I can pull up my pre-market analysis. Okay. Quickly run to the daily. I'm waiting to 10 to see the 4-hour close before I kind of make any decisions. It's a tricky spot. For me, based on this 4-hour candle, closing up here is more bullish. Because we take all-time highs here, put an SMT in. If we're going to close up here, it's okay, we're delivering from this 4-hour breaker and going higher. I've got all the annotations everywhere, but it looks a little messy.
And I have no charts.
Oh, they're still not loading.
Look at this. It's not even. It's just there's nothing. So technical issues on my end. I'm looking at your charts. Look at your charts for a bit.
Okay, well, there's a big wick at the high.
Well, I can see the 15-minute time frames on all the indexes, but I won't be able to zoom in because it freezes. Yes, and YM still failed to take out that pre-market high.
Yeah, I think you really took it and rejected there.
Yeah.
I'll switch the S&P from Asia's high because we kind of invalidated it, but we're running through it and put it there.
But it's still valid because ES and YM both didn't take it still.
Yeah.
It's just not as clear.
I like that manipulation. I would want to see the 5-minute here get ran through. Right? That's really the only thing that we have that's right. Looks like it might hold there.
Jeez, I'm gonna be missing a trade. These charts don't load.
I've kind of got two objectives. These equal lows near London's low, because look at the sessions here.
If there's a trade, you just got to tell me, and I'll just
if this 5 minutes, it's dumping off this. It's dumping off the manipulation and it's put it in versus the 5 minute.
Yeah.
So
and now NQ is weaker than ES and YM, which is good.
Yeah.
Like to see it catch up.
So what I was saying was London session manipulates it, Asia's low, rallies higher, forms the hourly gap. Then we hold the hourly, expand as the continuation. Inverse is this 15-minute, and then we trade to it. So I was wanting to see if this 15-minute inverse would deliver higher and expand through this high, take out this high, and continue rallying, or if it would be more of a seek and destroy day where we take Asia's high, then rotate to London's low. I think getting it on the 5-minute inverses. You're delayed. You're missing them.
Well, I mean, if you take the 5 minute change in state and just ride that down to London's low, like you still got
We
still
took
got a
those.
good risk.
We took that low that we put in the SMT with Lime.
Okay, yeah. Doesn't bother me too much. This is about a dump, and I have to just wait for like a 3 minute retrace or something. Probably not gonna get it. Dude, can these charts? Oh, there we go.
Oh, you know what? Imagine you could hold the ground right here for 11 minutes. You can get the 15-minute change in state there off the manipulation. So it actually would be a 50-minute breaker right there. You were closing.
Okay, I'm missing a few candles, but we're back. Just got a big gap.
Oh, you're missing
Missing all the all the open
932
candles.
one? You're missing the
I
932.
got 9:30, and then it skips to 9:34.
Yeah. Oh, your 930 candle looks different too. It's funny. I would say that this is one of the opening expansions that doesn't fit in with a Judas swing profile because we had this manipulation on the buy side before selling off, as opposed to just running higher. You could say, oh, Judas swing, take the false move during the opening range, and then yeah.
I still prefer shorts though, because London's low didn't really manipulate into anything. It's just a low sitting there. So
Where's your where's your
Dude,
short? Oh,
yeah,
he's up.
yeah.
He's up here.
I'm charting on my phone on US 100. I want to get in on this, but this is terrible.
You're gonna hold. You're gonna do. We got the 5-minute close right there. Okay, so the 5 minutes formed that right there, the order block. Those three kind of up moves into the manipulation there above the pages high.
Okay, there we go. Chart's starting to load again.
Boom. This hourly order block, it held and then delivered the manipulation, so I kind of disregard it. It's not a Wi-Fi issue with Top X, is it?
No, it's yeah. Definitely not our end.
You're up. You got to break even stop loss.
Like,
Oh, you're.
well, I don't know. I tried to enter on the retracement to the 5 minute.
It did not tap that, by the way.
Well, just no, I know it got close, but when we just had the retracement, I just tried to hop in. But now I don't know if I'm in or not.
Okay.
Should actually be recording this for Top Step and send it in, and just in case something crazy happens because I can't manage my position.
You're out of it though. Are you in it still?
Well, I'm just.
What's going on there?
I don't know. I can't see my charts frozen. I'm just gonna record just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
See, the thing is, my Top Step X is perfect.
Like, do you switch even if you switch time frames?
I don't want to switch it because I don't want to mess it up.
So
Currently, it's
well,
fine.
yeah, it works if you don't touch it.
Yeah.
But as soon as you touch it, it just doesn't work.
All right, the feed's back. I want that 1 minute fair value gap to at equilibrium right there. Perfect. It is the perfect thing. So look at this. This is talking about the 4-hour candle. Doing this and taking that, Asia's 4-hour candles high, we could totally see this move to London's low. Actually, yeah, I would only want it to London's low and kind of like right there, then higher. But
holy man, I want to be in on this. This is crazy.
It hasn't tapped the 5 minute yet. The order block or the fair value gap. It tapped a 2 minute gap. That's the only thing.
I just wanted to be in on a retracement anywhere because I'm confident in this move.
In some contracts, and I cannot do anything. This may be on you.
This is
So we're coming back into that 5 minute order block.
okay. Just let me know when we hit it or when there's an entry, and then I'll enter.
Well, we're in the 2 minute. We traded to a 2 minute fair value gap, so it depends on what you're feeling.
Well, as long as I get like roughly a 2-hour to London's low, I don't really care where I'm in.
Then just enter now and jam your stop loss.
Okay. Well,
I don't like doing the tap of fair value gaps for entries. But,
no, I'm not a huge fan of them either. But I mean,
oh fuck!
in a scenario like this,
frames.
oh yeah, now you're fucked, eh? Yeah. I don't even know.
Yeah, you just have to stay on the 1 minute on top step X. It's not working.
Well, I'm stuck on the 50 minute on mine. But
It's the only time frame for you.
well, it takes like 5 minutes for it to load. So these ones I haven't changed these ones since this morning. So these are stuck on the 15 minute.
Oh,
But my bottom chart where I use my lower time frames are all
every time frame's frozen for you. Really?
Yeah. As soon as I switch it, it's gone. Like I even tried to switch this one, my top chart, to a 5 minute, and it just froze. But I got it back to the 15 minute.
That's the same for me right now.
Well, the good thing is I'm 170, but I can't get out.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a TP set? Then you'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah. You just won't be able to manage your position.
It's a 5 minute. Yeah. We've got a 5 minute fair value gap there. It's at that 938 high. 1 minute.
So let me just check my phone quick.
I'm still waiting for the retracement.
Yep.
Give me two evals. Because I would take the value that I'm losing.
It'll help you hold through your trade because you can't close it. You're not gonna take it off early.
How many contracts? How many contracts are you in?
I'm in 3.
So if this goes below this,
Oops. Give me 4 more 50Ks. I haven't touched my bottom one in probably 5 minutes and still not back.
I've not gotten. Come on. Getting to that 5 minute would be amazing. I'm actually copy trading all 5 of my accounts right now.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not doing a.
Yeah, no,
I'm not just in on the. I don't have to do them separately anymore.
Wait. Okay, I am in on mine.
I Yeah, we almost need this retracement for me to even consider this. And another thing is like I'd almost want to hold her here, get the 50-minute change and say from the breaker, whatever it is. Oh, 8 breaker, and then see the entry.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Yeah, I'm in actually decent size, but I'm just basically I'm pre-firing the 15-minute breaker,
Okay.
pretty much. Stops at the breaker high for now. I'll look to trim once internal is presented, but I mean maybe not. We'll see. See if I can see what's going on down there.
I should do a paper trading just for visual purposes. Yeah, I really want the retracement. But this candle can close here. Would be nice. Then the retracement. So this 1 minute candle closes the 15-minute. And then once the 15-minute has closed, we'll have this order block. And I want to see us trade back into it in the 5-minute. Preferably this 1 minute. And then get the continuation lower.
Yours is working?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll refresh it and try it again. Mine's still frozen. Doesn't work. That's fine. I can see it on the 15-minute.
50-minute close there.
Yeah.
Just went to the slow went off today, just minimized it.
You're just like this? Yeah.
Then refresh it and then
Yeah, I did that.
go small.
Yeah, and it still doesn't work. Maybe I gotta zoom in more for the 30-second. Oh, now look at this. That's new.
Well,
I've never seen this before.
it's going down for you. At least you're winning the trade and your chart's getting messed up.
Yeah. Missing out on profit though. Could have added potentially.
No, it didn't. It didn't trade to anything.
No.
No, it just went. Yeah.
Okay, why is wine pumping now? It's almost at the highs. Weird.
Yes, is coming down. Fighting.
I actually took my limit off. I don't know if I want to be tapped in on a limit if it went right up there.
No.
It's not. I feel like if he is getting to there, that's too aggressively bullish to run to that fair value gap. And then it honestly feels like it would flip the script, but it's just because ES and YM to me are discorrelated.
Oh yeah, ES is weird.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be cautious about. I wouldn't enter on the tap of that
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, especially with the reaction of ES and YM. They should have they should have also followed through.
Your charts are loading now.
No, no, they are still frozen. Okay, so YM took the market open high and the pre-market high.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can just dump, but preferably for the short, I wanted the move to there off of that than like anything like that. You're out of this trade.
Yeah, I took partials at that low and then well because I entered earlier, but there
I thought
was
you were holding the lines low.
yeah I have a runner. Can't can't adjust anything though. Like my chart, it's just white. Screen's just white.
That's it. 60 point. Move. No, 60 points from there.
It's just going. Hey, yeah, good.
You're. Oh, you do have a few going.
Why is this? Why is this so? Like this is terrible. Yeah, Diego said the same thing. He said, "Man, fuck, Top Step X is not loading." So it is just an issue.
Yep. I've been left in the dust for what I wanted to see. I think any entry now is a late entry. With the delivery, they were sneaky with the stupid consolidation at the equilibrium before it runs out the equal lows. The other one's flip. See, ES and YM have not even broken this range here.
Which isn't ideal because they were more bearish before.
ES and YM are just in there, right there, still stuck in that range. Whereas Enki's broken through. We have the massive extended S&T here. And if it does that, what if it inverses this? The only problem is it's falling short of that sell side. But feels more unlikely to inverse this, but I'm talking about it because these two are stuck in the range there. If this happens, this isn't a trade for me. The inverse. It's against my short-term bias here. Yeah, if this gets inverse, it's not a real inverse. Shouldn't get inverse. Yeah, I would not be surprised if it just left the top half of that and just right to those lows.
obviously you're refreshed. Yeah, few times.
Oh, we're coming up to London's Low here.
Hit London. Good thing I said that.
Good
Yeah.
thing you did have a TP set.
It's weird though, because NQ dumped all the way to London's Low. YM's pumping and it's taking
It could reverse.
all the pre-market highs.
Fuck, it could reverse, and I like that. Holy fuck you. You're gonna... Oh, he's getting in. Oh.
I think you can still get in, you just can't manage it very good.
Bad. It's been really bad.
I guess when he tells me I'm in, I'm in. When I'm out, I'm...
Let's see if we can get a 10 a.m. reversal going on here. There was London's lows.
Yeah, they're bagged.
Yeah, the 4-hour breaker has been traded through again. The equilibrium from the previous daily range has been traded through. And ES and NQ are holding their ground up in the premium. Oh. It's setting the stage right now. We are within this 950 to 1010 macro. So interested in that would be a good play.
I'll try refreshing this again, see if it works.
You know what? I really would have liked to be in that trade to the London's Low, but I didn't get my entry. Like you could take the 2 minute. No, you could take the 3 minute inverse. You took the 3 minute inverse, you'd be able to get in.
Yep. I literally just hopped in after we got that strong 5-minute close.
Yeah. Well, I wanted the retracement for a better fill.
Yeah.
And to not. Well, I also wanted the confirmation of it too. Like I wanted it to retrace and then have like a change in state internal, because it took that internal sell side and the other one, and YM and ES weren't really working together.
Yeah.
With NQ.
Yes,
Yeah, I can too. I'd have to make it work. Oh no, it's frozen now. As soon as I try to get off the 50 minutes, just gone.
Really? I want to regular trading hours for a second. We might take these regular trading hour lows, and then if you're still having a bullish bias by then all right. What lows are those? There. Okay.
And it's weird, all the indexes are different. YM's pumping, NQ's dumping, ES hasn't moved.
ES is coming back up actually.
But if you look on the 50-minute, it's like they're all completely different.
Oh yeah. I missed my fill up there. Didn't get filled. Which is sucky. Yeah, my limit up there was I had a 5 contract limit sitting at that 1 minute. And my stop loss was at that high. It was only short term bearish. I'm not a full bear right now. I haven't seen enough. This 4-hour close though is interesting because despite trading into the breaker and equilibrium, we did fail to initially deliver off of London's low when it took that and traded to it the first time. Okay, they get those regular trading hour lows bagged and we're dumping still. So, honestly, with this 4-hour,
I don't think we'll stop. So I would anticipate that that's the high of the day.
that's high of day for you.
I don't understand why I am right now though. That's crazy.
Ooh, yes, it's dumping now.
Hmm. So 5 minute, what was left as a breakaway gap up there.
Okay, my chart loaded. Good. So yeah, the
Shit.
if my chart was loading, the entry I probably would have just taken would have been the 3-minute change and say tap. I entered in that general vicinity, but wasn't that precise because I couldn't really see anything.
I didn't. You talking about this short down move right here?
Yeah.
That change, you say?
Yeah.
Well, you would have top ticked it, right?
I would have just taken. No, I wouldn't have. I would have just taken as soon as it closed below. I wouldn't have taken because it's so close. I probably would have just taken as soon as we closed below.
I didn't do that one because the 5 minute didn't close yet, and it was right off of open, which I don't like doing.
Yeah.
The first 5-10 minutes of open. We had a very bearish 4-hour close here. Very bearish 4-hour close. We got these relative equal lows here.
Yeah.
Market doesn't like all-time highs.
Oh, I thought my charts are working. Oh, kind of are.
Market does not like all-time highs.
Yeah, I'm limited to the 3-minute. It's the only chart that seems to load.
Hmm. Just crazy that. Yeah, ES and YM are super slow.
Yeah.
YM is the opposite.
Are frozen and frozen grief. 300. There's again.
Yeah, there might be a continuation of this 15-minute. I don't think so. I mean, you could catch a retracement back to the 15-minute, but I wouldn't bank on a full reversal. Yes, going into the day, we mentioned that London's low wasn't the low of day because it wasn't sponsored by any PD ray. It was just kind of there.
Well, I can't even buy.
You can't click, hey? If you right click, you can't do anything. You have to You have to click escape, and then on your right there, just click market.
Oh, he's not got that.
He doesn't have that? Oh, I must have got rid of it. Yeah, my charts are back to not loading. Jeez, Top Step owes me like $2,000. They better send me a wire.
I don't know. Your chart's frozen.
Can't even buy. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe. Top step owes me 2 evals. We should probably find a different.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking for other firms.
Well, for you though, it didn't really. You were in anyway, regardless of the chart being frozen or not.
Me?
Yeah,
Great.
no, I know I was in, but still. But like, I couldn't zoom until I couldn't have tightened my wrist. Like I don't know. In the moment, if I could have seen the lower time frames, maybe I would have been able to have a tighter stop or have more contracts on or whatever.
You ran off the 2 minute getting tapped.
Well, no, I just entered. I wasn't that high. I didn't have that good of a fill. It was more like, yeah, I was down in there.
And your stop loss was up.
I had it above the breaker high. Roughly breaker high. Right? And that's what they said?
How many contracts did you use?
Well, I was in 4 initially, but then my chart froze and I couldn't drag a stop loss.
So you took them off, right?
So I took them off right away, but I lost like $100 just right off the rip because I couldn't, like, I didn't want to be in a trade and not have a stop loss.
Yeah.
So I took it off, and then once my charts reloaded, I hopped back in with only 3 though.
But with a worse fill too.
Above the worst fill. So then, like, I'm up a little bit, but not enough.
If you did 3, and you took it off there. No, you took it off. Where'd you take it off?
Like kind of in between.
You took it off right there.
Yeah. Oh, I took partials in between because I wanted to make back for the loss. No, it wasn't there.
I thought you partialed there.
No, I took one off,
Bad.
and I took some off in between there in London's low just to make up for the loss that I took previous.
I would have liked for the 10 a.m. open here to have gone a little bit higher before continuing.
Yeah. And I still don't have charts, so I can't even see. Well, and since I have Top Step, I don't have Trading View, like the premium one.
Clean some of this up.
So I got to use Forex. Not yeah. Like I got to use a Forex CFD chart.
Like a guy could have entered. You got that 15-minute close, and then you move away. You're like, okay, this could be a breakaway gap. Then you close through the sell side there. You have this 1 minute gap, and then I was like, oh, we're probably not even going to get into the upper bit of it.
Yep.
You could, like, if you were more bearish than me in the moment, somebody could have done that.
I just basically preferred the 15-minute, which I think was the 5-minute close. Yeah, I think I just took the 5-minute close. So not a very good fill, not very good risk, but
Look at ES is just held up there.
yeah, and YM's still delivering higher. Just super odd. I can't look at the higher time frames on the CFD charts because they use different times for some reason. So the 4-hour chart looks completely different than the actual NQ chart.
You could use the 1 hour.
Yeah, I can use the hourly, and anything lower than that's fine.
Yeah, they do 4 a.m., right?
Let's see.
12 to 4, then 4 to 8.
Like this 4-hour candle opened up at 9, and the previous one opened up at 5.
That's so
and
weird.
then 1 a.m., which is, yeah, it's odd. So the 4-hour chart looks super different.
See, now, let's say you were bearish and you followed the logic of take the weaker pair, or not pair, take the weaker
Index.
index, yeah. ES didn't take the high, so you deem it weaker. And if it's weaker, then why did NQ dump all the way down to here, where ES is still within that first low?
That's why I follow one rule, and it's only trade NQ.
Yeah.
I don't like trading YM or ES. It's just every time I trade it, it always does nothing, or like NQ just has a cleaner move. So I've just stuck to NQ, and most of the time it has a cleaner move and just moves better. ES always feels so choppy, and YM just feels like it's clueless.
I'm gonna tell you what, YM looks clueless right now.
YM's going to yesterday's high.
Okay, look at this. Look at this discorrelation. This is the same. They usually follow each other. Usually follow each other.
Yet they're doing the exact opposite. It's just, I mean, don't trade anymore.
Quick long.
That's the
You're gonna long.
fill that I preferred was right.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the midpoint. Yep. I like those. I like these lows though. They're just like relatively good lows.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if we get a retracement into that 15-minute gap, once we form it, and if there's valid internal structure, I'd probably consider taking a short. I want to see what YM does. If YM can take that high, yesterday's high, and then start getting a move lower, I'd consider it. I just don't like trading when they're all completely different. We gotta get some people in the chat. Dry in there,
There was one person that was in here.
like actual person.
Yeah.
Or okay.
There was one viewer. Oh,
Oh.
now there's 3 people.
Oh shit! There we go. Mine still says 1. We've been live this whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, we could hear your shenanigans in the background talking about how your chart was frozen on Top Step Ozuma.
Grumpy bear. He's got some grumpy bears in the back corner here.
Oh yeah, now it says 3 watching. There we go. Not bad for a first live stream.
I've got to get YM off that chart. I can't look at YM. Should highlight this more. Change it.
If we can get a decent close on this 50-minute, I'd still like to see lower, see continuation.
I like to say that when there's SMTs at both sides of the range, we're in a consolidation.
Yeah.
And if I look at ES, it looks like the worst thing that I've seen.
Well, the main objective that had a lot of confidence in going into the day is already taken. So
yeah, London's low. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the follow through there, could signal to. I mean, there's nothing really like. I guess it would just be the low from July 9th. Kind of be where my eyes just goes to. I want to see this 50-minute close below the previous 50-minute candle's low, though.
Yeah, because there's SMT here, but it's weird, right?
Well,
it's this.
The SMT was good, but it delivered to the all-time highs already. So once it kind of trades back to it, I disregard it. Like I don't really pay attention to it. Now those are just higher time frame lows. Because I would have wanted to see the displacement that we got to all-time highs yesterday hold and then deliver higher if that SMT was going to be valid still.
Yes.
'Cause now we're just respecting everything bearish, like bearish SMT, bearish PDRAs. So I would assume that those lows just get taken as well. YM is approaching the high of yesterday as well.
Yeah. YM's. You're not stopping YM. It's crazy.
I was
Again, this is the short that I was looking to take off the 1 minute for value gap here. There's also the 5 minute. I was gonna market buy off of something I liked, but I never really got into it. Left it as a breakaway gap. Through this fair value gap in down here as kind of like a last resort. Couldn't even get into the premium of it, and then ran to London's low, lower than equilibrium, down to some of the sell side from yesterday, and yeah, yesterday. This equilibrium is off of the previous day's range. Oh, there we go. We got 3 people watching. Does anybody use Top Step X? And was it freezing this morning?
Nobody needs to know, but I'm one of them on my phone, and you're one of them on your computer. So we got one
There's
person.
one person watching, but I didn't know you were watching.
Yeah.
So I thought there was 2 legitimate people
Yeah,
watching.
no, I had it up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to watch it to see the chat, but
Should I just send some stuff in the chat, get the engagement going?
depending on what you're sending in the chat.
I don't know what to say. Fucking slam shorts.
Okay, for the one person in here, this is the SMT that we're holding with the S. That SMT.
NQ looks really good for a continuation.
We've went 111 points below that SMT, and somehow ES is holding it. That's why it's
I wouldn't even.
a discorrelation.
Well, NQ would look super good for a continuation if they were correlated, but just that correlation just puts me off
Yeah.
wanting to take anything.
And you know what I also don't like? Just how close to buy side this manipulation was without actually getting to the buy side.
It was at the daily wick constant encroachment.
Yeah, that's like right there.
So that's kind of what I was basing that off of.
Yeah. And
well, one thing I've noticed is when you have those really large V-shaped recoveries on the higher time frame, you don't always trade to the high, you trade just to the premium end of it.
like the rejection block, you could
Yeah.
put one up there.
We actually took that on the hourly, hey, didn't we? Not quite. I think it actually just fell short of the daily wick constant encroachment, but it was close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough for me to. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to hit constant encroachment. It just respecting the lower quadrant or the lower half of that wick is ideal. 50-minute candle closed, but my chart's frozen, and I have no new 50-minute candle.
It's a 4-hour.
Did we trade into that 50-minute gap on your chart there? Or did we just fall short?
Yeah, we traded that.
No, like the bearish one.
Oh, we fell short of the bearish one.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the bullish one. There's a 4-hour here too. Oops. There's a 4-hour there. My only problem with being bullish here is this overextended S&P. I mean, technically, it's also S&P with these lows and those lows.
I would
Makes
just
ES really bullish.
I would just say London's low, SMT. Probably the most prominent low.
Yeah. Well, you can do
Well, like it's the highest
this
time
one.
frame low.
You do this one. There's an S&P that 4-hour, like this super, well, pretty much OTE 4-hour. But again, being bullish, I would have wanted.
Yeah, I think it's just weird because if we are bearish and we do get a dump, YM's gonna have to have another, how many points is this? Another like 200 point move to the downside. And if we're bullish, Enki's gonna have to do the same thing. It's just gonna look, it's gonna be weird. I would favor NQ though over YM because YM is always doing its own thing. Oh, but now ES is,
That's on me.
yeah.
That's why I'm.
I'll probably sit tight.
Well, there's a very large 15-minute gap right here. Makes it hard to force anything, which is good.
So we made our way into that 50-minute gap.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can get some structure inside here to validate a short.
4-hour candle doesn't look very good.
Yours is working now? Okay, we'll restart mine and see if it works. Oh, looks like it. Yep, there we go. Oh, good. Get off my phone. Okay, so yeah, we did get that 4-hour change in state. Oh yeah, that little 4-hour gap, eh?
I don't know. I'm
Sneaky.
I'm still super split on bias because it's just
Sneaky.
because the other indexes aren't following the way.
Yeah. Well, it could just be, YM comes back into the range, NQ comes back into the range, and it doesn't go far from there.
It's massive 50-minute gap we've turned to.
I would potentially take a short out here. I'd probably de-risk though, considering all the assets aren't correlated.
You might not be able to take a short.
Oh, what the? Okay, so Trump tweeted something.
You wanna break.
Is it really gonna leave me? Wow. I don't like that.
I'm not gonna hop in yet. We
I
do have
do
that.
like those relative equal lows as the target. I do like those.
Yep. Yeah, we do have a 5-minute gap that we just traded into. Yeah, I'm just gonna be extra picky on this.
I wouldn't be taking this fair value up right now.
No. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna set that. Well, it's like even if you're looking for an SMT to frame a short out of the 50 minutes, like, well, we SMT'd every single high. Is it
There's
why
one.
is it the complete opposite end of the range?
Yes, there's one SMT.
Like I could mark out one with the 930 buy side. I could mark out one with the
Yes, but
like
there's one
any
with
other buy side.
ES, which
Yeah.
is more. I trust it more than YN.
I prefer if we got like an internal sweep SMT and then got like a breaker kind of deal with this. See, this 1 minute gap could just hold and inverse the 5 minute, and that might be it. Because we've already had the change in state.
Yeah, I want to be in shorts, but I don't think I want to take that before it inverses the 5 minute.
I mean, you could just take this the 1 minute inversion inside the 5 minute. That's roughly same size a gap. Plus, you'd have the respect of the first or like that bearish fair value gap plus that change in state, and you'd be forming a propulsion block. So that could be all right.
There's like a 5 second delay. I was listening to it. I was just listening because I wanted to. I've got the mic overlays on that kind of like restrict the audio coming in, so it doesn't pick it up when I'm typing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to it and seeing if the the gate open and close was good. So like how close to when you start talking the mic turns on and how soon after it shuts off. So if you have it too tight, it cuts you off. And if it's picking it up at a too high of a decibel, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. "36 seconds till this closes." Is that the 5 minute too? Closing?
Nope, 5 minute just closed.
It did just close.
Yeah. Do you want to actually like I'm missing a candle?
I'm missing a lot of candles on my 5 minute chart.
Yeah. Where did your 5 minute candle close on end?
Not through the fair value gap, halfway through the fair value gap.
Okay. And I don't really want to chase this, so I would just sit out. But this will.
I don't think I mind it if I can get a better fill.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm not gonna enter just right now. If we get some sort of retracement, I'll look to see. Very well could just expand though.
Wanting to be filled at like 26. 926. It's almost filling me. Not quite fill me. Just fucking did it anyway. There we go. I'm in that. Wait, kind of there. And my TP is at 836 there.
See if we can trade back up in this 1 minute inversion. Oh, charts are frozen again.
My 5 minutes frozen, that's for sure.
You want to break in on both?
I think as long as we're maintaining this 1 minute fair value gap here, it's really good.
Yep.
It's kind of where I'm in on. But
ES is starting to
move lower.
get some movement lower.
I know.
YM is also rejecting that buy side, which is nice.
I'll be going to break even at that internal low here. This one. Dude, if you mark up the 10 a.m. opening price too, it's nice because you come and put a wick in the 50 minute.
Yep. The only thing I don't like is the delivery out of this little 4-hour gap. It's one thing that's kind of turning me off from this, and that we've already had a big portion of the move that met lots of the targets.
Oh, so you're not in it?
Not in super heavy.
My worry is the 5 minute didn't close right there.
Yeah, this is. Oh, mine inversed it.
Yours inversed it?
Yeah. Super weird, but it inversed it.
Oh, mine did not inverse it. 5 minutes not inversed. That's the stop right there.
Yeah, like we could just be met with a consolidation here just because of the uncorrelated assets. SMTs on both sides of the range. Wicked up into that premium 2 minute. A little deeper of retracement than I would have wanted to see, but
Yeah, I really just don't like ES. As soon as the SMT is at both sides there. Right?
yeah.
As soon as it's holding, like, not even London's low, the low above that. Or the high, the low above that.
Yeah, they're just uncorrelated. Not clear. Yeah, probably won't take anything else. Sit tight. Wait for tomorrow. Sucks that we've only had one news day this week. First 3 days of the week, 2 days of the week were terrible price action. I think. Yeah.
Yesterday wasn't that good either. It just kind of went up and right down.
Yeah. The idea yesterday was clear, but just nothing that entertained my idea of what I wanted to see. Entry. Yeah, Wime's back up of the highs again.
A lot of people just took the short in the consolidation
And just yeah.
when you took it.
Yep. I just felt like one of those times where you're not going to get a bunch of internal structure. I'd way rather enter with internal structure, but I mean, taking that 2 minute gap entry at the stop above the breaker still offered almost a 2R. You content with that? Well, my 5 minute chart changed because before it inversed that gap and it has not inversed it again.
Yeah, mine did 10%.
Yeah, the candle changed. Top steps mean sneaky. I mean, if Wime can flip and NQ can get a retracement back up to equilibrium, maybe of the range from this morning. So basically, midpoint of that 15-minute gap might be a decent short there because now we just have relative equal lows down here, which is
Yeah, but
a good target for later.
look at Yes though. Yes is ugly.
Yeah, ES has not moved, just back and forth.
It's very ugly. Yeah. Yeah, if ES could run at like one, the high. That's
Yeah.
but look at the highs. Look at this. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high.
Yeah, depending where this hourly candle closes, it'll give us a lot of information. Because if we close way back up in this range after rejecting off that 4 hour,
And well, while everything else is still holding bullish. Yeah.
yeah. Do you have jazz playing in the background or just nothing?
No, I've got nothing. Well, you get copyright.
Is there not like copyright free jazz?
No, can't search that. Oh yeah, Spotify doesn't let me search things that.
Yeah, jazz copyright free.
No, the silence is music enough.
Cafe background music.
Yeah, stick that high. The internal high, not the. But now it's invalidating that bearish S&P. What if NQ's flipping bullish and it's about to just slowly grind and inverse everything it's done? Because that's still holding the hourly, or it's holding the 4 hour breaker there in the 4 hour fair value up at the S&P at those lows, right?
Yeah. See, the
different logic.
Next 50 minutes is important. Oh, ES is really moving now.
Yeah.
But yeah, NQ did trade into that lower 4 hour.
It's invalidating all of the S&Ts, the S&P from this morning, S&P from Asia high when we had it. It's just tricky when you're trading within this massive imbalance.
Yeah, and you have like a different story if we had like some correlation between the three. It'd be easier to frame a bias, but because when you have split or when the indexes aren't correlated, you end up having one bias on one and then a different on another.
That's what I got going on right now. Some split bias.
Yeah. Just hands off, I guess, until some clear. I mean, it's already 11, so nothing within the next 45 minutes. I'll call it a day.
Yes, I might just trade all day because I don't know what else to do.
Looks shitty out, like always. Go for a round of golf, maybe.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm definitely hands off. I can't have a bias right now.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to short when YM is pumping.
Yeah, I don't want a long
Throw the highs.
massive 15-minute.
Exactly, yeah. So it's just hands off.
You know what? That first short I would have really loved to get filled.
Yeah, it would have been ideal.
I only removed my limit to get filled when we had the big dump. at 948. And I was like, you know what? Now if we traded back into it, it wouldn't make sense. And now I'd want internal. But if the candle at 938 could have went up there instead of 948, if it would have wicked a few points higher, 3.5 points higher, would have gotten filled right there. I would have gotten filled. Is there? Nice. Would have been a nice $500 winner.
Hmm.
So here's the thing. Do you think NQ was overextended to the downside and now is lagging on where ES is? So like NQ will meet where ES is, but it's delayed. Like NQ's rallying to the 930 high.
Um, I mean, yeah, very possible.
Or is it ES is taking the high, NQ's more bearish than we're because of that
Continue.
SMT?
I guess I would wait to see how ES reacts to this buy side. If it does anything like what YM's doing and just blasts through, then I'd say, yeah, obviously NQ will catch up. But yeah, I mean, the way that NQ's reacting off that 4 hour, you're right, it almost does look like we're just gonna get a slow grind through this gap.
ES took the highs,
Yeah,
the previous high. Like just did.
yeah. And YM is just so far past it.
Yes, but again, I don't look at YM.
So yeah, I'd say if 11 o'clock closes like above the previous day's high on ES, then we'd probably just get a short retracement and continue higher. But if ES rejects and inverses, say like a 5 minute gap, then I'd say NQ just gets a continuation. I would like a little bit of a more premium entry for short, but if we do get a reaction, but I think I'm just gonna sit tight. I don't think I'm gonna take anything else today.
We worked into that 5 minute gap right there.
Yeah. See. I mean, I still would like to see higher prices because like the weekly profile, like Monday, Tuesday, SMT for low of the week.
Midweek reversal.
Yeah. Wednesday expands. Thursday, I'd like to see continue. I mean, obviously, this isn't
No,
the
it's a midweek.
ideal
Then it would be
continuation.
midweek reversal.
The low of the week is on Monday, though.
The high of the week's on Wednesday at the mid of the week.
Oh, like if we reverse lower.
We already have kind of. Look at that reaction of that 5 minute there.
I was going off of like Monday or
Pretty
Tuesday being the
aggressive.
low of the week out of the daily order block and daily for value gap, and then just expanding into all-time high territory.
Yeah, so maybe we're expanding into ultimate high territory off of the 5 minute gap right there. Gosh. ES and YM are just too bullish. Wow. The the thing I could say is that big move lower just to the OTE to the 4 hour imbalance is really filling the only imbalance we have.
Yeah.
And think of how much like, oh, we're going lower that down move inspired. Everybody's probably thinking, oh, we're going lower, so everybody's probably wanting to short this. Then
I mean, yeah, if I'm
in inverse logic is slow grind higher all the way to the highs.
yeah, well, bullish scenario, you wouldn't want to see really any lower than that because then now your next like imbalance is going to be probably on like a weekly.
But I think trading the long right now is not good though. I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, do this, but
Yeah,
you can't force a long.
I wouldn't take a long here. I need some more structure to validate it. Well, because like we do have those relative equal lows in the 4 hour, so we could get internal sweep of those, still hold the 4 hour, and then get the reversal.
Yeah, it just feels like one of those days where it's gonna be a very prolonged expansion, but it will make it. Like it might just. Or somehow InQ holds its ground in versus the 5 minute and then wants to take out those relative equal lows, which it kind of made it look like by having the massive sell off of that SMT at those highs.
Yeah, I'm still kind of on the fence. I can argue both ways. We inverse that 5 minute. Actually, there could be a decent short, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna avoid trades. I don't. There's nothing that's dumb clear.
Like I said, it's most likely gonna just continuously just. But let me be a little bit more. Wouldn't that be fucking?
Did you end the stream? Or is it
No.
still going?
It's still going,
Well,
but this looks like the most logical thing.
yeah.
Something stupid.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to, I'd probably want to wait for the 50 minute to get inverse before looking for a.
What do you mean you don't want to?
Well, no, because it's like
You don't want
every.
to short. You don't want to long into that.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
you
I know.
want to wait for it to close above.
But like if you, it's those times where you're like, yeah, this 50 minutes gonna get ran, and you're fine taking a short or a long before.
Yeah.
This is not one of those times, so it's like, there probably just won't be a trade. Is that by the time I wait for the 50 minutes to get inversed, it'll probably just keep going. Unless there's like a PM session reaccumulation, but
It's really hard to do anything with ES already being all the size.
Of course, 66. Yeah. It's my last trade of the day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this one and then
I'm using that short before too.
the shortest one.
yeah, because you ended up there.
Yeah, he did one to London's low. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a decent retracement. I wouldn't want to see much higher if we're going to get a move lower.
I'm bearish. I'm still bearish. Oh, here.
I'm lean. Yeah.
Oh, we're moving.
Yeah. I don't know. That 4 hour gap filled like perfectly. With
Yeah, but
S&P, it's just
we're not done the
throwing me
4
off
hour
a little
candle
bit.
yet. So we have to calm down. We're not done the 4 hour candle.
Yeah.
We traded to the 4 hour breaker, the bearish one, the internal. It's kind of weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
This trade's technically got S&T with the high.
Oh yeah. With every high.
With that high, the last high, the previous day high.
Five-minute gets closed in 2 minutes. See if we can inverse that 5-minute gap.
2-minute change in state. So 5-minute inverse would be something.
Yeah, I'd almost prefer if we like trade up into the 1 minute change in state and the 1 minute for value gap, and then get the 5 minute inverse. So you have a little bit better risk, a little bit more structure to back it. Because then you have some bearish PD rays being respected, not just inverse one bullish gap, and then that's all you got. 5 minute closes in 30 seconds. It's gonna be tough to close all the way down there, but
Oh yeah, wow. What if it does? Let's see.
side bet.
Side bet. It's a horrible bet. It has to be like 12-1 odds for me. I bet if I took the inverse side. It's not like a 50-50 thing. Or if like the two, if it's like the choices were like relatively the same probability, then you
like Vegas math.
Yeah.
side bets. You do side bets like 5-minute holds, 5-minute gets inverse.
Yeah.
If you're doing side bets, you'd be like, is the side bet actually is the side bet we deliver from the 15-minute or run the 15-minute but slowly?
Okay, so we wait till that 1 minute. Hey,
Yeah,
on yours?
we just tagged it. Yeah.
Okay. So now if that holds and we inverse this lower 1 minute,
5 minutes, and then we'll see.
that I wouldn't wait for that. I'd probably take this 1 minute inversion. I'd probably take the 1 minute inversion and then
and then Diamond hands the trade for a 5R to the 839 sell side, equal lows.
I'd probably just run it to the, well, I mean, if it's gonna dump, it's gonna dump. So
if it's gonna dump, then we should know, right?
Yeah. If we do get it,
well, because I could see ES reversing off those highs. At least doing a
yeah. I mean, YM is just continuing to pump, so it's tough. It's tough to say. If we do get it, I'm gonna go super light size.
Think about this: ES took all-time highs, massive S&P all-time highs. NQ's super bearish, right?
Yeah, because they're uncorrelated. I'm gonna go light size, like super light size. Probably do like a third. What I usually do.
I don't like how it hit into this 5-minute for Ryan. Might be a long inverse setup. You do side bets on that 5-minute getting inverse or 5-minute holding.
I'm gonna say inversed, 5-minute inversed. Hold this 1 minute gap, inverse the 5-minute.
Well, I would
some model to the relative equal lows.
I don't want to take the other side of the bet though.
Yeah. I might even just tape read the short if we get it.
We just put an S into the eternal highs. ES is taking the high again.
Okay. I like that.
If NQ were wanting to go lower.
2.5 minutes to inverse that 5-minute. If we can do it on this 5-minute candle, I'll probably take it.
Yeah.
If it's not in this candle, I'll probably just tape read if we get it.
It's looking like it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Which is fine.
This 2-minute change. This 1-minute change state. We got it. I don't think you're not inversing the 5-minute. This 5-minute candle.
I don't think so either. We'd need a pretty significant move. Actually, I'll allow it for the next 5-minute candle because then we'll have a order block as well. If this candle closes bullish. I do like the reaction though.
Could you imagine if it did it? How good it would look for a short?
Yeah, it looked good, but I've just
Like if it closes here,
if there's no other indexes, I wouldn't be worried about it at all, really. See, I don't want to see us hesitate though, because that was my other scenarios. Because they're so uncorrelated,
It just
it's just going
chops.
to be a chop. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 1 minute to inverse it, which is unlikely.
Well, I'll give it one more 5 minute candle, and if it doesn't do it on that one, I'll probably just step off.
I just want that. I think the other. That's not like well, IM and ES started moving lower. What NQ would look like.
Yeah. Well, they just retrace to a bullish gap or order block or whatever, and just keep going.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It was a nice 3 minute gap on NQ.
Nice 3 minute.
Yeah, body's respecting it nice.
Cannot stop ES or YM. It just cannot stop it.
No.
Okay, the 5 minute close there. It had a less than, well, for short side, less than favorable outcome. Holy crap, yes. It's just fine.
Yeah, we're just gonna go.
So NQ's like I said, it's gonna slow grind through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we inverse this 3 minutes, it's gonna be a slow grind higher, I would assume. I'd like to see ES and YM get like some sort of move lower, not just keep pumping, but like they haven't got anything. Yeah, like every bullish PDRA they were tracing to just holds. Leads to more expansion.
Well, if you look at the hourly candle on NQ, it doesn't look too good either for it going lower.
Yeah, no, it doesn't support continuation.
It's got the massive wick, right?
Yeah, massive wick with SMT out of a gap. It's not ideal.
Holy crap. ES.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take anything. Shut her down.
So NQ's holding its ground even while ES is going up. So if ES goes down, NQ dumps. The and YM. YM's won 340 points since open. Oh my gosh.
We have no news again tomorrow, hey?
Yeah, we don't know. Dude, we've had no news this week. Today was the only news day. Yesterday wasn't even really a news day. It was a very small news driver.
Hopefully next week better. Take a sneak peek at that real quick and see.
There's not even so I don't know why they did the FOMC meeting minutes but didn't do a FOMC announcement.
Well, the FOMC press conference isn't it second week of the month usually?
So
No,
why did they do the meeting minutes yesterday?
first week? No, it's third week of the month.
Why did they do the meeting minutes yesterday? They usually do that the same week.
Oh no, it's the last week of the month. That's right. So yeah, FOMC is last week of the month and NFP is first week of the month.
So NFP is
We've had NFP already. NFP was last week.
Yeah.
And then the actual FOMC is end of the month. That's right. I forgot because it's like back to back. Next week we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, impact, CPI and PPI.
I like those.
Yeah.
I like that week.
Should be a good week. Monday, no news, but that's fine. Sometimes Mondays with no news can have good PA. Just gotta be extra selective on those days. Give you a couple more minutes. No, probably just shut her down.
Well, considering we haven't had a candle close within out of 5 points of this range in like 10 minutes, and yeah.
Yeah. Give it till 11:15. And if there's nothing crazy by then, we'll
Like the sound of 11:30.
11:30. Sure. I was just going off of like the next kind of 5 minute candle. It's gonna be just an inside range candle then. Not interested in anything.
There's a new 5 minute candle there. So let's see. That is the end of the macro. The macro was a consolidation. Okay. It's because he is moving lower. It traded to the low of the 5 minute.
Put in SMT and we'll see. Yeah, like if we don't inverse this 5 minute candle or this gap on this candle, it'll just be slow grind higher. Even just that reaction
for
itself.
sure.
Even
That
just
is a
that reaction
horrible
itself.
reaction.
Yeah. It's the exact opposite of what you'd want to see.
Well, it's the entire candle pretty much got just the whole 10-point retracement on the same candle. When it had a 30-point candle. Or not 30 points. 20 points. Well, there's still another 4 minutes, so there's time for it to do whatever it wants to do, but look-wise, ugly.
I mean, you could frame it long if we inverse this 3 minute to the upside.
You probably could, yeah.
Well, because you have the what time
Well, you're
is
holding
this?
the 5 minute, you've got internal SMT, but the only thing is now you're longing against the 50-minute that could hold and the SMT at the highest because yes, already previous. Yes, it's all-time highs already.
Yeah, but if you look at like 10 a.m. reversal out of the gap, and then you want this 11 o'clock candle to respect because it's a larger wick, you want to see it in the upper half. The only PD ray really in that upper half of that wick is this 5 minute gap with this 5 minute swing low. So if we hold that SMT and get the inversion, then that you could assume is the low of the 11 o'clock hourly candle. But then you can frame the opposite off the SMT to highs if the 5 minute gets
What
inverted.
about this close right here on the 1 minute? If it's inversing this 1 minute, it's kind of like
I'd probably wait for the 5 minute considering it's held so many times.
and again.
Yeah.
Look at that. They did the exact same wick of the other candle. It's a very weird fork of a candle. I swear if it does it again, it's broken. The charts are broken if it wicks back up again. Are you taking that inverse? Or you're waiting for the 5 minute?
Me?
Both.
I'll probably tape read it or go super light size. I'll probably just go light size. I'm pretty much break even on the day.
Yes.
5 minute, 5 minute known version.
Well,
20 seconds. We'll see. I don't. I'm gonna tape read this. I'm not actually gonna take this. I just don't. I don't feel right with YM and ES just being so bullish.
9 seconds. It's not going to inverse it, eh?
No. Yeah. Okay. This is. I'm not. I wouldn't take a short. Yeah. I'm not taking anything.
Really didn't inverse it. That's gosh. If ES could just move a little bit with NQ here, but again, the 5 minute inverse, not executable. It's not good. No. We're still at the opening price of that 4 hour candle.
Yeah.
The 10 a.m. opening price. We literally just closed to it. It's funny.
And YM is off my charts, off the screen.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know. It's pretty dark out. Somebody too big though. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, but he didn't want to waive his no trade clause. Right?
liquidity liquor.
Liquidity liquor.
Wick.
What would that sound like?
LL.
Is that a new term?
That means
It's a new concept.
mm-hmm. You'll start to hear it around this year.
Yeah.
Heard it here first.
Some people probably get banned for saying that. Probably violates YouTube's guidelines of some sort.
Liquidity liquor.
Yeah.
How would that violate the?
Well, they're super woke, so pretty much anything you say, they'll figure out a way to turn it against you.
Liquidity liquor. Any big wick is a liquidity liquor. Look at it. Yes.
Even look at the
Yes, it's stupid right now.
like look at the 1030 wick.
Yeah.
Or 1025, sorry.
Yeah.
Liquidity liquor. Opposite.
No. Look at 9:30 on the dot. That's a liquidity liquor.
930.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it actually took liquidity.
It is a liquidity liquor. A legitimate liquidity liquor. This one could be as well because ES actually took the high and couldn't close above it. Did it to the T. Need a big. Need a BBC to the south side. A big black candle. Yes, because they're chart candles.
What do you guys think? Mine really good.
So I'm
Why is something?
actually got a down candle.
Holy
It's
crap!
these
It's got a
size
down
prawns.
candle. No wonder NQ's moving because YM actually decided to. Well, it'd be not. Imagine it. NQ could. Don't imagine if NQ could do anything. It's not doing anything. NQ's not going to do anything. NQ's more bullish now. NQ, the candle's a more bullish looking candle than the other ones. What a messed up market right now. Kind of green limousine going on right now. That's funny. As soon as YM starts going down, NQ decides to go up.
Yeah.
Literally.
We put in another SMT with that 1114 sell side.
With what?
With YM took it.
Yes,
didn't
now you
take it,
use it.
but we'll see.
Look, YM's dumping now.
Yeah.
NQ was going down the entire time while YM was going up, but as soon as YM goes up, NQ goes down. What is happening? My faith in NQ going down is completely zero right now. I've got zero faith in it going down.
Yeah, it's just pretty.
I bet on it going sideways.
I mean, like if the 10 a.m. was a reversal out of the 4 hour gap, this 3 minute inversion is the long. Because you're trading the candle 3 continuation.
Sorry, I zoned out. What'd you say?
Just
It's
listen
bullish.
yeah.
Yeah, NQ flipped more bullish now compared to the other ones.
Yeah. YM took that low. Already took that on NQ.
So YM and NQ are actually inversely correlated.
Feels like it.
Nice.
Dumps, you can add more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be happy with that. Anyways, I don't even know what's accumulating.
And I don't like hopping in the long off that inverse there.
yeah, 3-minute inversion.
I don't like it really.
I mean, as soon as YM flips back bullish, it's probably just gonna go.
You're in a long
Who me?
trade.
Yeah, I'm just like just super light size. I'm just testing it. Yeah, I'm just testing the idea. Not much risk at all. I was just basing it off of the 10 a.m. reversal, 11 a.m. continuation, respecting the upper half of the 10 a.m. wick, trades down into the 5-minute gap, forms SMT, and then NQ flips bullish for once, and we started disrespecting bearish PD raise. So I anticipated that 11:14 to be the low of the hourly candle, and now we get the expansion to the buy side.
But you're not in enough size.
No, I just said I was just testing it.
You're in 1 micro.
Yeah, just testing it. Because I didn't really want to trade because all the assets are
It's not like you
uncorrelated.
got so much confidence in it. Do it with 1 micro.
Yeah, I already took 2 trades today, so. And the assets aren't correlated, so I'm just gonna.
Oh, they're correlated. They're both going up.
I'm just tape reading it, basically. Not break even because we are in that hourly gap.
Yeah, you got a good fill though, so it's fine.
Down below this 1-minute imbalance. This should hold. If this doesn't hold, then shut the charts off. Hmm.
I like how we've closed above the consequent encroachment of that 15-minute.
Yeah. Probably get a retracement into
This 1 minute.
the 1 minute gap.
And then it could definitely go right up from there. And I think NQ would want to be running to that 930 buy side.
We also inverse that gap, that 1 minute gap from 952.
Oh, yes. Well, I like the logic of this expansion now going to the high. Now that it failed to even inverse that 5 minute.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. We're not.
Does your mic pick up your keyboard?
Doesn't matter. Check though. No, it didn't. No.
Sweet.
Yeah, like I was saying before, it's like I've got the volume dialed in. Or like what it picks up. I've got that dialed in. It's probably one of those times where you get like a higher time frame, like B,
Yeah.
whatever, where you just
I don't like
instantly
those.
run through.
I don't like those.
I
V shape
don't
in
like them.
general.
I don't like them, but it's happening. You added some?
Yeah, had a little bit on that inversion.
Oh, yeah. It's still a really good risk, though. Still 150 some.
$112 risk to make 500.
Not bad.
Yep.
Slam it. Do more. Do 10.
No, it's just kind of, it's like just on the edge of my trading window, and I'm not a like I'm confident in it, obviously, because I'm taking it, but it's not like I wish this like the structure down in the 4 hour was a little bit cleaner.
Oh,
But
I wish it didn't fall short of that 10 o'clock low.
Yeah, I'm just basing it off of the hourly candle.
Yeah. Well, like at one point I thought it would just be the slow grind through the 50-minute, and now we're kind of just actually confirming that that's what we'll do. With the I like how we inversed the 5-minute that was there, and then inversed the 1-minute too.
Yeah.
Now it's only got the 15-minute, but it's above. It's in the premium of it.
Now YM is hesitating.
Yeah. Well,
Which is weird.
but it was going down when Linky was going up. So it's not like you can even relate. Look how they're literally opposite right now.
Yep. Tapped out there, break even.
Oh, you went to break even there?
Yeah. It's just hesitating. YM's holding bearish PDRAs. I wanted to see that 1 minute order block hold. Once it took that internal high, it went to break even. All right, done there. Pretty much break even day, down like $100. So nothing crazy.
All right, well then I'll end the stream.
In the stream, day one,
Yep.
in the books.